My name is Allan. I'm in my third semester here at Skyline, planning to transfer out of here in the spring for fall 2025. My current major is political science, and I was doing a global internship in Berlin with a business called Aerospace that is developing rovers to send to the moon, and I got the wonderful opportunity to do business development with them. Yeah, so personally I just found out about the experience to study abroad via email, but it was really just getting informed that there was the ability to go study abroad without having to go for an entire semester. And so I took advantage of the global internship, and at first I was thinking that I wasn't going to be able to do it, but after speaking with the faculty in the study abroad program office, I quickly found out about the Gilman Scholarship and other scholarship opportunities, and I attended an info session for the Gilman Scholarship and got some knowledge on what it takes in order to get approved of funding and how to do it, and I just acted on it, and then everything unfolded. The experience was a lot. Like, I say that I came back an entirely different person because going abroad and with it being an internship and not study abroad, like for academics, there was only me and one other student that was from our school district. So you're kind of on your own a little bit, but that's not a bad thing. It gives you, forces you to learn a lot about yourself and be stronger in the process. But also at the same time, I was doing the internship with a space company called Aerospace, and I got the chance to do business development with them, and they were throwing me right into the mix. They were looking for as much help as they could get, and they really trusted in my abilities just from how confident that I was in our interviews, and that experience has proven to be invaluable just from the kind of things that I was able to do with them, and now I'm able to put that on my resume and move forward and have that as a part of me forever. People that I was surrounded by were extremely welcoming in the workplace. There's always some difficulty in traveling to a new place, and being from America, there's kind of a label that gets put on you, and I think everybody should kind of be ready for that, but don't let that get the best of you. And whether you're in study abroad, like as a semester length, and you have students that are from the same area around you, or it's a global internship and you have your coworkers, I say it's pretty important to stay around them and have a comfort space. But yeah, the people that I was working alongside were extremely welcoming, and we were doing things like going out and playing volleyball together every week. The workplace was extremely relaxed, although it was a space company and things were pretty important. It wasn't like hounding on top of you for work, and that's another thing that's very different in Europe than it is here in the United States. Like, work is important over there, but it's not end all be all how it can be here in America. I stayed in Berlin the entire time. I wasn't traveling around, but Berlin itself, there is so much to do. It is huge. It's ginormous. There's over 3.5 million people there. I mean, for comparison, there's like 800,000 people in San Francisco. And it's huge. There's so much to do. There's a lot to experience, so it's still beautiful in and of itself. Berlin's it's very different. Like, rebel is the first word that you think about when you think of that town, but the people are just very real and open. Like, here in America, things are very friendly, and in Berlin, they're just very real with you. Like, if they don't want to talk to you, they don't want to talk to you, and it's just, they're not as focused on manners, and getting used to that took a couple weeks, but it actually started to feel more like home. The longer that I was there for 2 months, and like by the last couple weeks, I was like, I don't want to leave this place. Like, I just love how real everybody is. Mm-hmm. But a typical work day for me looked like getting to work at 10 o'clock. Like, again, work is important, but it's like, okay, just like make sure you're doing what you know you're supposed to do, because if there's a project you should be working on, you have to be putting X amount of hours into it per day, or just make X amount of progress. And they just kind of give you that trust to not be on top of you, but to give you like that freedom of when you're going to arrive, when you're going to leave. Just make sure that you're doing a good amount of work per day. So I would typically get in around 10 o'clock, and then I would leave around 3 to 4, maybe 5 sometimes. But yeah, weekends, the parties go crazy. Fridays and Saturdays were extremely fun to go out. Sundays is like a relaxed time for the entire town. So that's like when the entire town is going to museums or going out to the park and having a picnic. Yeah, it was awesome. Like I was saying earlier, I feel like I really when I was over there, I evolved in the sense that overcoming those struggles of like being over there and not having your friends and family over there with you, and just not going with a whole group of students as well. There's a lot that you learn about yourself in the process, and there was a lot that I was learning about myself when I was over there. And then just the opportunity that I had to do business development with a space company that's sending rovers to the moon was absolutely insane and extremely valuable. And that now I know that, because I've always kind of like thought that I have what it takes, but now I have actual work experience showing that I've done it, and I had the opportunity to do it, and I can say that I did it. And I've now brought that same mindset back here at school, and since I've gotten appointed to the ASSC as a senator, and am trying to be I just really love the community that the workplace had in Berlin, especially at the company that I was with. And I'm trying to bring those lessons back, and I'm trying to be president, or I am now president of the Skyline Veterans Club, and I'm trying to bring those lessons back. So there was so much that I learned when I was in Berlin that I'm now immediately applying. There was a lot that happened, there was a lot that went on. I think the most memorable thing for me was truly the volleyball that we played every week. Every Wednesday we would go out and practice and play volleyball, and then there was a tournament at the end right before I was leaving. And I was able to look forward to that every week. It was with the coworkers, but it was with the other space companies there. I always look forward to it, and I'll never forget it. To 100% look into it, know that you can afford it. Like, I would not have been able to go if it wasn't for the scholarships that I took advantage of. Go to those Gilman info sessions and learn how to make your application. Take advantage of them. There's not only the Gilman Scholarship, there are others, like Fund for Education Abroad was one that I applied for. Even San Mateo Community College District offers a scholarship for students. You just have to put the work in and be willing to write a little bit about yourself, and you get to learn about yourself in the process too. So it's definitely possible. You should definitely take it. It's life changing. You won't be the same when you come back, and that's in a good way.